I was sitting in the audience, and I don't know the books as well as some people, but
Right.
there was all of a sudden gasps and silence when
Right. Yeah.
you found a really amazing way of sort of having your cake and eating it too.
I think so, right? Because and I think part of that is that it's true to what might have happened in the book. You know what I mean? It really is very true to the mythology about how it happens and then how it kind of gets reversed. So yeah, but it was crucial. I think you can't bring them together just to chat.
How much fun was it to plot out? Because it sort of is like you get to do your own Twilight fan fiction for a minute.
No, it's true, right? Yeah, because it isn't in the book. It's all created, and that was very fun. You know, it's kind of an 8-minute long sequence that we did 6 months of work on it before we shot previs, you know, and then obviously shooting it, and then a year and a half of the editing where we retooled it all again. It was incredibly fun to have that freedom.
I was sitting in the audience, and there are moments where you hear these gasps of, this has some surprises for fans.
Yeah. Well, we have been 100% like religiously faithful to all the details in the book thus far, pretty much. And I have to say that it is in keeping with, it's just a slightly elaborated version of the book towards the end, especially, which probably not giving anything away. A lot of people know that the end has a bit of a surprise, and I don't think it was a conscious effort to shock people. Like, you know, I never tried. I really tried to not step outside of it a whole lot, because you know we're all enormous fans of the book, so you know you can really only respect your own expectations while trying to not play like a really disjointed person.
One of the things I wanted to ask you, and you don't need to worry because we're going to run it after the film opens, but it's about the ending, which is this brilliant have your cake and eat it too of a thrilling climax.
Yeah. Well, the whole story's been building towards this face-off, this showdown. So I think they've very cleverly found a way to make that pay off in cinematic terms, you know, as well as staying true to the book as well.
There was a moment in the theater when I saw it. There were a number of fans in there, and you just heard this audible gasp of like, "That's not supposed to happen."
yeah, exactly. No, it's shocking. Even if you don't know the books, you know, it's still pretty shocking. It was great fun to do, knowing that it was going to have such a big impact.
What was the conversation like with Stephanie Meyer explaining what you wanted to do?
She was totally into it. You know, it was she understood that, you know, she's become a filmmaker across this time. She was a producer on this movie. She's been around for all of them, so she really understands the difference between, you know, fiction and dramatic literature. You know,
one of the great things about the franchise is the fandom.
Yes.
That people are so obsessive over it.
Right.
Do you have similar things in your life that, like, you're there opening night when a movie opens or when an album comes out?
Oh yeah, probably. You know, you know, it's probably more about the theater, you know, which I always loved. So, you know, a Sondheim show, for example, is something that I'll become obsessive about very early. You know, yeah, but there are definitely, you know, there are a handful of movies every year that you sort of can't wait until, you know, the second night. You just have to see them right away. You know, what was a recent one? Prometheus was something I just wanted to get to, you know.
Do you think you're going to be somewhat spoiled now that you had 2 movies to do something?
Right.
That seems like an incredible experience to just do something as artistically as you want to do it without limitations.
No, it's true, and the 2-movie thing was what was interesting because they're, you know, it's like one is the doppelganger of the other. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that means.
No, I know what you mean. One is more slow and character based, and
right,
one
exactly.
is the action.
The full on action version of that, you know. But it was fun that you can actually make 2 movies at once. So it's like, who gets the chance ever to do that?
And then the most incredible thing in this movie is the casting of Mackenzie Foy, who
right?
is amazing.
Yeah. She just walked in, you know, and Debbie Zane was our casting director, and it was like, wow, that is someone who could be their child. She's a wonderful, unspoiled girl, you know, who is a natural actress. It was just, we got so